yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Born and dead, saved by love, count my blessings from above. Though in darkness, have no fear. Light will shine on those holding near. They know that sorrow they will pass. For I know in this life there will be something. But remember that love, yes it will. Love will reign. Yeah. Love will reign. Yeah. In my heart, I believe it. Love will reign. Oh, yeah, yeah. Have a vision, it's clear and plain. People living life, smiling again. Oh, see the children, they know no pain. Far from pressure, stress and strain. Oh, sorrow, they will pass. For I know in this life there's gonna be some pain. But remember that love, yes it will. I know. Yeah. Love will reign. Try to believe it. In my heart, I truly believe sun will shine again. And love, I can hardly wait. We'll all be together. There'll be peace, peace, sweet peace, happiness and joy forever. Oh, yeah. One day, someday, hate will be over and love will reign. They won't last, for I know in this life there's gonna be some pain. But in the end, love will reign. Yeah.
Love will reign. I'm excited to have you here, and I hope that you will click share and tag some folks to join us here live in the Love and Stuff community. I'm just clicking share to share with some people as we are waiting our special guest to join us. I just want everybody to know that love will reign. And so I'm so excited to be here. I am live on um, of course, on Facebook in the Love and Stuff community, but also on Twitch TV, Twitter, YouTube events, LinkedIn, and tonight, TikTok. And so I wanted to just share, and I'm going to be sharing with the TikTok audience as well. Take a moment and click share so that you can join us um, tonight for a very special episode of Love and Stuff. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back. What you wear says something about who you are, what you believe, and what you stand for. So here in the Love and Stuff community, we wear the brand that we live, and we live the brand that we wear because we love the brand. It's all about increasing the amount of love in the world and upping our love game. And if that's what you're about, you should wear it too. If that's what you're about, you should wear it too. It is the Love and Stuff community brand. And of course, this is early Prime Day. So I want to invite you into fantastic. My guest is here. Invite you to join us in Going Shopify store. We'll put up some QR codes later. But I want to get right into our special guest who I've tried to get. She's such a busy woman. I've been trying to get her forever, an amazing woman. So I want you to take a moment and click share to have all of your friends join us for what I know is an important topic and an important um, faith and hope journey for those that are dealing with the diagnosis of breast cancer. I am so honored and pleased to have with me Masherria Hardin, well, should I say Travis Hardin, um, who is a businesswoman, wife, mother, all of these great things.
Oh, you're
And
so sweet.
I'm so excited to have you. You know, I've been trying for a little bit to get you on because
I know.
because your story I want to share with the world. I just think it would be great for people to know your faith journey. And I'm so grateful that you are a survivor. You are
Amen.
a
Yes.
sweetheart. You have always been a sweet, dear heart.
Oh,
And
thank
when I learned that you were having this battle, I was shaken because you just never know what happens during this battle, right?
you.
So, for those
Absolutely.
who are listening, tell us a little bit about who you are. I know I said wife, mother, and you during the Marriott, one of the general managers. So you're
Yes.
in business, a business leader, a wife, a mother. Tell us a little bit more about you.
Well, that's really all about it. That's what I am. I'm a mother, wife. I work hard. A Christian, a believer,
Mhm.
and a faith believer as well. God is good. I've 7 years
Yeah.
been breast cancer free. Had no idea that I had it at the beginning, and it's a weird story. It's a crazy story, but
Yeah.
I talk about it a lot to different women, even men as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
How I found out about it. I was actually came home from work, and getting ready for bed,
Mhm.
and something just popped out, a cold lump like. And
Mm.
I'm like, that was weird, but it wasn't hurting, wasn't no pain, no nothing. So
Mhm.
my husband, Sean, he was like,
Mhm.
no, get that checked out. That didn't look right. So we
Mhm.
made the appointment, went to the doctor, and they sent me straight over to emergency because they said we don't have the equipment to really look to see what it is. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Make a
Mhm.
long story short, get there. They send me out to these different doctors all in 1 week.
Mhm.
And this particular day on a Thursday, never forget it. I get
Mhm.
a phone call to ask me to come into the doctor's office. I said, no.
Mhm.
If you have something to say to me, tell me over the phone.
Mhm.
And they told me I was 3 stage B with breast cancer in the left breast. And I'm like, okay. It didn't register at the time. Then I thought about like, did they just say I had it?
Mhm.
And I think I just screamed maybe about a second or two, and then something just came over me. You know what God can do. And
Mhm.
that's the truth. And I was like, yeah, he's going to heal me. It's going to be okay. I
Mhm.
called Sean and I told him about it. He said, well, we going to beat this thing.
Yeah.
And I
Let,
just,
let me
I
jump in
never
here.
seen it.
Let me
Mm-hmm.
jump in just a second to help
Mm-hmm.
shape some context for those that are watching and may not know. You're married to I call him the famous Sean Hardin. But
Oh my
how long
goodness.
did you guys been married at that point? How many children do you have? Tell us what life was like at the time that you got this diagnosis 7 years ago.
Well, it was, the four, my son, my youngest son, actually, at the time was just turned 14.
Okay.
And then no one cried but my daughter. Just that one was
Mhm.
scared about him. Everybody was like, you're gonna be
Mhm.
okay. You're gonna be
Mhm.
okay,
Mhm.
because like I said, we are believers and we trust God on everything,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
my at the time 14-year-old, my youngest, he Googled some things about the breast cancer and what I need
Mhm.
to do. He like, well, Ma, if we do this, you're gonna be okay.
Mhm.
And I'm sitting here like, why am I worried about something when my kids is here? My support system got my back. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I want to
And
ask
so
you. I want
mm,
to ask you how important is having that support system because I just.
it's very important.
Mhm.
I'm serious. It's very important. And not trying to do a negative on what I'm saying. I
Mhm.
have people that's in my circle
Mhm.
that husbands had left them because
Mhm.
they couldn't handle the after effects.
Mhm.
And left them with children because they were like, she smells, she's thrown up. I had to wash her up. Those are things that we had to go through. And I'm not a small girl. And my
Mhm.
husband actually took good care of me where he washed me, he
Mhm.
changed me, he did everything for me.
Mhm.
I throwing up doing after the chemo and things like that. And
Mhm.
he had my back. He took care of me and my uncle at the time. He
Mm.
had dementia. He was going through a situation. We
Mhm.
had just lost my grandmother,
Mhm.
and he was a trooper.
Yeah.
He was a trooper. I'm serious. He was like, he here with me. Next,
Mhm.
he's with my uncle. Back and forth.
Mhm.
We was in the hospital on different floors. He back and forth. Then coming home, take my son to school. So
Wow.
I had a very, very good support system from my church at the time, and my
Mhm.
husband, my children,
Mhm.
and it's very important to have that because it's something.
Yeah.
It's
Now
something.
you're recently had a birthday. You're 57
I'm 57.
and you
Let me
look
take my
you look
glasses
you
off.
look 27. But let me ask you this. So 7 years ago you had would have been about 50. So what were you were you having
I'm
annual
49.
49? Were you having annual mammograms? What was happening?
Never had none.
Never had one. Okay.
Never.
So would you tell women now better have one?
They better go.
Yeah.
Yes. And now they telling the women don't go until they in their 40s. Lies, lies. Don't do
Mhm.
that. No, you
Mhm.
can tell me you want it. Because like I say, in the sister circle that I'm in,
Mhm.
from for 14-year-olds had
Mm.
breast cancer.
Wow.
And I met a young man that was 18 years old with breast cancer.
Wow.
So, yes, I tell anybody, I said all the time, you know what I'm saying? Don't wait. I had no symptoms, none. But if I have been going what I supposed to, I probably would have caught it earlier.
Mhm.
But a lot of us women scared because it's like, it's going to hurt. It is. And that was my thing. It looked like it
Mhm.
hurt. So I didn't do it.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, yes, I ruled awakened that night and found out that I third stage of the cancer.
Yeah. And so
Yes.
third stage, what kind of breast cancer? Because I know there are
I
different
had
kinds.
her
Do
too. I had her
okay.
too, which
Okay.
is yes. So that's why they moved everything up so fast with the
Mhm.
port. They didn't give my port time to heal for me to start my chemo. That's how
Wow.
bad it was. The fast.
Wow.
I had chemo for 6 months.
Mhm.
Um, the size of the lump that I had, the mass was it was a size, not what did she tell me, like a lemon size.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
6 months, it went down to the size of a dime.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so I did have the breast removed.
Mhm.
Um, because it ran on both sides of my family as
Got
well.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to take a quick break, and when I come back, I want you to walk us through what I know you said Sean took good care of you, and I knew he would. He adores you. I thought when we were a little bit younger, I thought he would never settle down. And then he had a settledness to him that I
Yeah.
was like, oh, she must be the one. I mean, he kind of just faded to black. You know, he's got a real big personality, but he was like, so enamored. I was like, okay, she's, and then I met you, and of course, I know some of your family, and I was like, such a sweetheart. So I know he
Um,
took good care of you, but I want to know for people that are watching what that journey was like. So we're going to take a quick break, and then I want to find out from you what that journey through chemo was like, and what things might you share with other people who may just be getting the diagnosis. I think it's encouraging. It's been 7 years. They say 7 is the number of completion. And I
yes.
think it's just encouraging that you are where you are and how God has tremendously blessed you. We'll be right back. Click
Mhm.
share. We're talking to Masherria Travis Hardin, and she is amazing, and
That's
amazing because the amazing that is within her is shining a light on breast cancer awareness. Don't just be aware, do something about it. Go get
absolutely.
involved, be a part of someone's sister circle, get
Yeah.
checked out, take some action today. We'll be right back.
Sorry.
Welcome to Powerful Money Tools LLC. At Powerful Money Tools, we are here to prepare for your future. We want to talk about financial freedom. Financial freedom is budgeting, credit building, and also financial education. So, once again, welcome to Powerful Money Tools LLC. We can't wait to help you in your financial future.
That's Christina Smith. She is the owner of Powerful Money Tools LLC, and we're shouting her out today as a partner of the Love and Stuff community. If you want to get your finances in order, you want to reach out to Christina. She's helped many people get their credit, especially women, get their credit, get their finances together, start their businesses, get their taxes done. She's amazing. And you want to reach out to her on Facebook, especially, or LinkedIn, Powerful Money Tools LLC. As she said, they can't wait to help you. We're talking with Masherria Travis Hardin, who is a survivor of breast cancer. And we wanted during this Breast Cancer Awareness Month to bring people that are in and around our community who might shed some hope and light for you on the journey, whether or not you've experienced breast cancer, have a family member that has a family member who, like Masherria, has never had never had a mammogram. We want you to do more than be aware this month. We want you to get involved, take
Yeah.
action, and don't wait. So tell us, you were diagnosed stage 3, HERS 2,
Mm-hmm.
aggressive. They didn't wait till the port to heal before starting. What was
Yes.
going through chemo like those 6 months? What was that like?
The very first chemo section that I had, the very first one, I came home. I was okay. I was fine. Woke up that next morning. All my hair, I wear wigs anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I had a sew in. All
Mm-hmm.
that was in my bed.
Hmm.
Out everything from my arms, my back, my leg, all my hair, on my body was in the bed.
Wow.
The bed, yes.
How did you
So
respond? Did you scream? Did you what how did you respond?
no, I did. I mean, I like I said, I always wore wigs. I had hair, but
Mm-hmm.
I like to wear different styles. I
Sure.
may be whatever. But it was like what really scared me the most were my eyebrows and my eyelashes. I had none, so I looked just crazy.
Mm,
And I had a little specs, so Sean had a barber to come to our house just to
mm,
cut me completely off
mm,
of my hair, and he was like, "You're beautiful," and after I just started walking around for a minute, and I'm like, I can't do this. So I started going to the shop, getting my eyebrows done and my lashes done, and
mhm,
found me a nice wig, and I kept it moving.
mhm, mhm.
I had to keep it moving.
You
I
had to
couldn't let
keep
it get me
moving.
down, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but
And
it's
so,
easy to fall into that depression, though. It's very
yeah.
easy. But like I said, when you have that support
Mhm,
and have that strong faith in God, you
mhm,
can make it through
mhm.
anything. And I did.
Yeah, so Sean was, and for those that are just tuning in, Sean is her husband. So he was telling you, hey, you're still beautiful, and helping to keep you keep your mind set on the goal of getting to heal.
Yes. Yeah.
And tell me the other effects or side effects that you experienced during the chemo.
You know, the eating, the tasting, the stomach burning in the inside,
Mm,
and sometimes you just really can't leave the house because it comes when you less expect.
mhm,
Um, some days that I couldn't even walk. I just had to lay in bed. But I learned how to cope with it. Like I say, once, like if I did my chemo today, I'm okay today. It just the next 2 days I'll be down. And after that second or third day, I'm back up. So I knew how
mhm,
to monitor. I knew what I had to do,
mhm.
so it's not a good feeling, but you have to push through it.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
did. Yeah.
And so how many rounds of chemo? Tell us a little bit more about the process. So you went in a
I,
certain number of times per week, or how did that go?
every other Wednesday, I did it was 8 hours
Mhm,
sections. I did
mhm.
that for 6 months.
Okay,
Yes.
yes. And during that time, you I will imagine were off work, not able to work.
Who was off work? Not me.
You kept working.
Not me. I worked. Like I said, like if I had, because I did on Wednesday. I didn't
Mhm,
work from Wednesday to Friday, but I went back to work that Monday. So I
mhm,
have those days off because I knew I was going to be down. And I went to work on Monday all the way until it was time for me to go back for my chemo. Sure did.
mhm. Yeah.
In my
And
chair.
what made you want to still work? Where did that come from, that get up to do that? Because I would imagine that was tough.
It was. It was my. I wasn't able to drive all the time. Sean, he would take me and pick me up
Mhm,
on the days I didn't feel like working. I mean, driving. I'm sorry, driving to
mhm,
work.
mhm,
Um, but yeah, I'll be there. But you know what? I felt if I stayed home and laid in bed,
mhm.
I I'm just gonna be real with you. I said I sit here and die. That's how I
Yeah,
felt if I laid
yeah,
in bed. It's like he
yeah,
was suffocating. I
yeah.
had to get up. I had
Yes,
to get up.
yes.
Went to church every Saturday. Didn't miss a Saturday service.
Mhm,
Be sick at all, but I went to church.
mhm, mhm,
Yeah, because I had something I had to do, and God knew if I felt if I gave God all the praise and I trusted God and I had to prove and show God I trust you, whatever was your will, let it be done. And He proved to me that He had me because I'm here seven
mhm.
years later. When the
Yeah,
doctors told us, me and my husband told us, if they operated on me, I probably wouldn't have. Actually, they were saying I wouldn't have been here in 2021.
really.
Yes. So, but to God be the glory. I'm here today,
Yeah,
2023.
yeah.
So, yes, it's like I had, 8 surgeries afterwards. Um, but like I said, I still had little treatments. It's still a challenge, but like I said, I worked through it, I pushed through it, and
Mhm,
I know how far to go. But
yeah.
that's not to say. Keep
What
it
would you
pushing, keep it
say?
moving.
I want to ask you, what would you say as you meet women? I'm sure you do in your sister circle, but as you meet a woman who first has that diagnosis, what do you say to a woman who is just getting that diagnosis, or man, and you pressed through and were trying to work and worked? What would you tell them about proceeding forward with this diagnosis? What would you say?
Well, you know what, Marcus? Everybody is different. Everybody
Mhm,
mindset is different. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? All thing I could, like I said, encourage them to push, more that you can,
mhm,
because it will make you feel like I can't do it. I can't do it.
mhm,
Because a lot of time I say I can't do it. I can't do it. When
mhm,
someone will push and say yes, you can,
mhm.
because like I said, your body be burning on the inside because the chemo is no joke. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? But I would tell anybody just keep praying and ask God to give you strength
mhm,
and do the best that you can.
mhm,
Just do the
mhm.
best that you can.
Mhm. So then, as you were telling us earlier, that there was the size of a lemon and it shrunk to the size of a nickel, I think you
A
said.
dime.
A dime, excuse
Mhm.
me, a dime, better, right? And
Yes.
so after that point, you did have to start having surgery. So when we come back, I want you to talk to us a little bit about that,
Okay.
because I wonder, as I've talked to different women, and they came to that decision where it was more than a lumpectomy. They had to have is it mastectomy, that
Hmm.
they have to remove the breast.
Yeah.
And some women have some concern because for some women, their femininity or womanhood is tied to. I want to ask you about
Yeah.
that when we
Okay.
come back.
Yeah.
We're talking to Masherria Travis Harding, who is an amazing survivor.
Mhm.
And I hope that you will listen to her story and it will encourage you to do more than be aware of breast cancer, that you will take action, that you will not wait, that you will see about what needs to happen for you, your wife, your sister, your brothers, your uncles, and them, everybody, that we will check our health out and that we will see to living as healthy and as wealthy in our health as we can. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Jen Rochelle, and I own Detroit Couture. We are a fashion forward women's boutique, and we offer friendly sizes from small all the way up to 3X women's sizes, very generously fit, very great quality. I actually have on one of our pieces today. It's called the Cuffed Up. It's in gray, burgundy, and black and olive, and it actually has a lot of stretch and give. So listen, in this time, we try to make sure that first of all, it's quality and customer service that we offer our clients. And I'm so glad to have this opportunity to share with you. So go and visit us at DetroitCouture.com.
We're here talking to Masherria Travis Hardin, who is a breast cancer survivor and champion. And I want you to hear more about her story, where she went through rounds of chemo for 6 months and it went from the size of a lemon to the size of a dime. And
Mhm.
so, talk to us a little bit about your decision to have the breast removal and how that might have affected your thoughts about your womanhood or femininity.
It you know what? After I had it done, I actually didn't look at myself for weeks.
Hmm.
I didn't. Um, but when I did go back to my plastic surgeon. I had a choice, and I told them, so they did what I did. I had the other surgery where they took the flap and
Hmm.
made me all new breasts, nipple, everything tattooed, where it made me look more like a woman.
Hmm.
And that was my decision. Women, I had a couple girls that asked me that had that the breast removed, but they never had it get anything done.
Hmm.
How did I feel about it? And I told them, I said, if I would have did it over again, I probably wouldn't have. I probably wouldn't have did it.
Hmm.
I,
And why is that? Why would you say that?
because um, it wasn't. It really wasn't. I mean, I guess I say it make you feel like you said your womanhood. You're like it's ugly. You got the scar, and then when they fixed it, it had the scar. And I was able to look like a woman there instead of being flat. They had different little stuff that they gave me to wear in the bra pads and what the make it looks normal. I
Hmm.
didn't, and I, at the time I didn't want that. But if I, like I said, if I had to do it over again, I probably would never do that again.
Hmm.
I wouldn't,
Okay.
cause it's very painful.
Hmm. Hmm.
It is still to this day because they took take the bone, took all the bone, everything, and you still have those little pains and stuff like that. And I probably wouldn't do it again.
Hmm.
No. But that's something that, whoever going through would have to talk with their husband or wife or
Hmm.
a family member to make a decision. And
Hmm.
they even have counseling for us before we even go through these things. But
Hmm.
at the time in my head, no, I want, because I like t-shirts, I just want to look a woman, but I don't think I'd do it again.
Hmm. So you had some counseling, you and Sean together. Did you
It
all
was
have
me by
conversation?
myself. I did by myself with the counselor.
Okay.
And I mean, it was my decision, and I
Hmm.
just I did, like I
Hmm.
said. But at down years later, like I said, I had different surgery because it will fall. I know they failed a couple times and they didn't
Mm.
take, kept rejecting. So I'm
Mm.
going back to surgery, and I just like I said, if I'd known all this, I wouldn't have did it.
So
No.
some of the multiple surgeries you had were to help with the reconstruction of the
Yes.
breast. Gotcha.
Yes, because it
Okay.
kept rejecting.
Okay.
And they want my first one was what 12 hours,
Wow.
and then my second one I think was what did she say 7 hours, a little over 7 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. So like I say, I had a lot of downtime and doing back and forth with the surgery and everything, but
Mhm.
I wouldn't do it again.
Yeah.
No.
Now, what would you say was the toughest time during your downtime? What was the toughest time that you can share with us?
The toughest time where I'm actually, like I said, when I was after the surgery we're talking about, first the
Mhm.
surgery,
Yes.
I was in the ICU for 5 days, flat on my back, couldn't move. That's the worst. Couldn't
Mhm.
move. And then when I actually did get a chance to come home, I had to sit up in a in a recliner, couldn't lay down, couldn't hardly
Mm.
walk. So this was saying this when my husband helped me a whole lot and wearing grown up diapers, things like that. I wasn't able to take care of myself
Mhm.
and that was uncomfortable for me as well. And
Mhm.
like I said, there come with that good support system where they would have my back on everything. And
Yeah.
so I was down maybe like 2 or 3 months when I wasn't able to really take care of myself.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
will imagine that was tough. You strike
It
me as a
was.
person that takes care of everybody.
I do, and that's the thing, and that's why I cried for a minute. And I said, "Oh God, I took care of my daddy. I buried him. 4 months later, I buried my mom.
Mm.
A few years later, I had buried my grandmother. Then, before my grandmother died, she asked me and my husband to take care of my uncle. He
Mhm.
had dementia,
Mhm.
and I took care of him.
Mhm.
And I said, I did all this, and then this happened to me. Why?
Mhm.
But I couldn't question God. It's the reason why God does things.
Mhm.
But He brought me through it. He
Mhm.
brought me through it. It was tough, but we worked through it. It was something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what would you say, if you could say out of this, was the blessing? Was there a blessing out of this? Of course, you
It
being
was
here is a blessing, but
absolutely
beyond.
yes. The blessing is for me, like you said, I'm here. I'm here to tell my story, here to testify, and to help other people, and to actually don't take life for granted. I live my day like it's my last day. I had a bucket list. It ain't funny, but I do.
Mhm.
Sean, come say hi. See this
Yes,
kid up. Say hi.
Who was that? Mark?
slide on in.
Mark is home.
It's Marcus.
My best friend.
And she's singing her praises that you took good care of her. And I said on camera that she brings a settledness to you
Yeah. Because you
that
know me.
yes, this was you. And when you got with her, you seemed so settled. And I'm
Yeah.
like, she must be the one. And then as I met her, I could see how sweet she was, which
Oh,
she
so
would have
sweet.
to be sweet to.
Hey, Marcus, we love you. I love you, man.
I love you
Look what
too.
I'm doing. I'm painting.
Okay.
He's live. Go, bye.
You know, listen, we family.
Yes. Yes. And so we're talking about, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So that,
It's nothing. People need to take it serious,
mhm.
not just be aware. You know, that's the preacher side of me. They got to go get checked.
Yes.
Because the devil will sneak up on you. John 10:10.
Mhm.
Could I say it? Could I say that part?
You can say that part.
The thief covers not but to steal, kill, and destroy.
Mhm.
He'll sneak up on you. So
Mhm.
we have to be mindful of that.
Mhm.
Because when it happened to her, it just happened out the blue.
Yeah, that's what she said. I want,
It
before
didn't.
you go back to painting, I want to tell you one more thing that
Yeah.
you never told me, but that touched my heart. She was telling us about when she lost her hair, and you told her that you're still beautiful.
Yeah.
And that almost moved me to tears. I had to hold it back. You know why? Because there are people, Sean, who do not understand that the commitment and covenant, and I'm single, right? But the commitment
Yeah.
Commitment and covenant means until death do you part, through whatever. And the fact that you would affirm your wife, there are so many women that go through this journey, and she was sharing with us women whose husbands leave them or situations happen where they end up in divorce. And I'm just proud of you, buddy, for affirming your wife in that way, because that is what a husband, a man is supposed to do.
So since you said that, before I go to all the husbands, if the wives go through that, we take a vow. I done married people before. Let's cut through the chase. We know we go through all the other stuff, but the one vow we take through sickness or health. Do you take this woman? And you say yes.
Yes. Yes.
Love you, Marcus.
Love you too.
Yep.
I'm so glad you had them pop in, because I think it's important. It's tough for people to go through this journey at all, but
It
not having
is.
a support system, I think, and I don't have the science behind it, but it in people's chance to live. You
It
need
is.
somebody telling you, let's go, let's live, let's get up,
Yeah.
let's keep going. And
Mhm.
without having that, my concern is that there are people out there who feel alone. And so I'm hoping, hearing your story, that people will open up to their families. And if you are
Mhm.
estranged from your family, now it's time to connect with your family, because you never know who's going to need who
Yeah.
when, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because before even before all this happened, me and my cousins, we always would do a trip somewhere every
Mhm,
year or twice a
mhm,
year. And when I was going through the chemo, and I said, "Well, I'm gonna just step back for a minute." My cousin Joanne, she was like, "Oh no, cousin, we got you. Come on, let's go, let's go." I was on a beach in a wheelchair.
mm,
They pushing me. It was hard because all the
mhm,
sand and stuff, but
mhm,
I kept pushing till I got better. And I
mhm.
never stopped traveling. Still to this day, it's been 15 years that we've been traveling together. And we're going to continue, to travel together. And like I said, I have a little bucket list. I mean, I've been doing this and I've been doing good.
Yeah. Now, what's on your bucket list? Tell us what's on your
It's a
bucket list.
whole lot of stuff on bucket
Okay.
list. The cities, the countries, the things that I want to do, the things I want to have, and I'm just about there.
Mhm,
And the main thing is life, living, loving my children, my grandchildren,
mhm,
and like I said, and that brought us all really close.
mhm,
Brought us
mhm.
all close. Like I said, we don't take life for granted anymore. We live our day, and we first thing we do is give God praise and for everything that He has given us
Yeah.
every day, every morning. Thank God for waking us up this morning. Thank God for food in my refrigerator. Thank God for the new car, the old car. You know, we
Yeah.
just praise God for everything.
Yeah.
Because it could have went another way. Like I said, I lost my mother with ovarian cancer. I lost my grandmother on my dad's side with ovarian cancer. And I have aunts on both sides that died with breast cancer.
Mhm.
And not but I'm the only one that actually on both sides that really survived.
Yeah.
It's a survivor of breast cancer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Amazing. I
yeah.
want to ask you now, so then your children and grandchildren, what is your message to them? What are you telling them about making sure that they have mammograms and tests, since you had it on both sides? What has the
Mhm.
conversation been like with them?
Well, actually, they've been checked. My daughter, Portia, she has three children.
Mhm,
She's already been checked and she stays on it. And I told her first, her doctor told her she can have it until she's 40. And I
mhm,
said, lies. And actually, she like, no, I need it now. Because my
mhm,
mother has it, my
mhm,
grandmother had it. So they actually let her have it. So she was able to do it. This is her third year doing it, getting it
mhm,
checked,
mhm,
and my boys, they feel, well, my boy, men can't get it. Yes, they can,
mhm,
but they
mhm.
still in that denial thing. We are right,
Yeah.
but I stay on it, even with Sean. He's the same thing. Nah, I'm away. He ain't got it done. Yeah, but I'm telling you, get it done.
Get
Just
it.
let a doctor check you.
Yeah.
And they even have the home self checks that you can do yourself.
Mhm.
If you don't know how, Google it. And they tell you how to do it. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's, just
Mhm.
go in the bathroom or in your room and just do what you have to do. You feel something ain't right, go get it checked.
Yeah. You were
Yeah.
saying earlier that if everybody has a different journey, are there things that you did during your journey relative to diet? Did you eat certain things that kind of helped or no? Did you find out, try different things that help maybe with nausea or different things like that?
You know what? That's at the beginning
Mhm,
when I was going through. I that the water, make sure I stay hydrated,
mhm.
and things like that. Nothing worked because I couldn't hold anything.
Mm,
So like I said, I was in and out the hospital at least once a week. In the
wow.
hospital, had to do blood transfusions, things like that, because I was dehydrated. And that first 6 months wasn't good. But after I stopped at the chemo or whatever, maybe about a year later, that's when my taste actually started coming back.
Mm,
My
mm,
but there's nothing you really can do. You just have to still just I had popsicles. Now that's one thing that I did was able to keep down was popsicles. But
okay.
as far as food, no,
Couldn't do it.
didn't do
Okay.
it.
And
Mm-mm.
did you have to have any radiation or immunotherapy
No,
afterward?
I didn't have to have any radiation, thank the Lord. I didn't have to. They was gonna give me the radiation. They thought they were gonna have to, but after I did the surgery and everything and then did the testing over, they said I was cancer free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome. Awesome.
yeah, so I had to do the radiation. Like I said, but that chemo was strong enough,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's not comfortable at all.
Yeah. I'm going to take another quick break. And when we come back, I want to ask you, so after that first year, I want to talk to you about what is it like the next time that you have a test and the next time that you have the test? Or do you
Okay.
have concerns about going into it? So I want to ask you
Mhm.
that. So those of you that are watching, click share wherever you are. This is Masherria Travis Hardin. You met her husband, Sean. They are an adorable couple, and she is a breast cancer survivor and you want to hear her story and share her story with others, we'll be right back after this.
Yeah.
Marcus, I want to congratulate you on Love and Stuff. I really want you to know that staying grateful and understanding the power of what it is to be operating out
It's
of a
hot in
space of
here.
abundance and gratitude is the most important part of every journey of every day. So, Marcus June, congratulations on this book. It's on Amazon now. That makes me so proud of you and your family and me and my family, and every single person around us gets it. So, good on you for bringing it into the hands and the laps and the Kindles of all the people. Okay? So, we're going to check it out. Can't wait to learn more.
Thank you, MJ from Shies of Sunset. I appreciate that shout out. I know that your husband is dealing with anger issues and different issues. So I want people who are interested in the gratefulness journey every day. The book is available. And I hope that you will take advantage by scanning that QR code, getting your copy of the book. It is available on Amazon in ebook and paperback, and soon to be a hardcover if you like a hardcover book. And it gives you some simple practices that you can put into play every day. It's the gratefulness journey every day. What are you doing in the next 30 days to transform your life? We're talking with Masherria Travis Hardin, who is a breast cancer survivor, and I'm calling her champion because she's at her 7 year mark. And I wanted to pick back up and ask you, after they said you were cancer free, did you ring the bell? Was it you rang the bell? And so then you ring the bell and start to get back to some normalcy, I hope. But then when you have to have the next test, what is your thoughts on your outlook going year after year, knowing that cancer kind of is something that is ongoing. It's an ongoing journey. So what is that for you? What is that like? Uh-oh, wait a minute, I think I
Uh,
lost you. Say it again.
can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I do go get checked faithfully. I do. And just stay prayerful when I go in there,
Mhm.
and they always ask, is anything different? If I've noticed anything different. No, I'm just fat. That's about it. Cause I thought I would have lost more weight, but I'm like, no, I can't lose no weight. But they were like, well, I'm healthy. Everything
Mhm.
is good, So that's what I hear every year.
Mhm.
I
And
do.
so is it an annual? Do you have to go annually or
I do.
biannually? Okay,
I go every year. Yeah, every year.
every year.
And I see my chemo. I still see my chemo doctor every 3 months.
Okay,
To do the drawing and the self check and everything. I do that every 3 months.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. And I know that you talked earlier about having a sister circle, and I'm wondering how it impacts you when there are other people whose results don't turn out.
It's it's hard. It's hard. I had lost a few people that I got in, really attacked to. Um, it just, God made no mistakes. That's all I can say. He makes no mistakes, and I just, I tell anybody, like I say, to have faith, get your priorities right with God, and even your life with your family, because we never know. We never know. You know what I'm saying? But it just stay prayerful and stay faithful and
Mhm,
trust God.
mhm, mhm,
Yes, we had lost a lot of young people, more than older people in
mhm,
our circle, 18-year-olds, 16-year-olds, died with cancer. But what do you do? I mean, it's nothing that I can say, but just stay prayerful for the family, and
mhm,
that's
mhm.
it. That's say
Yeah.
it's not a
So
good feeling. It's not a good feeling at all.
I was going to ask you that. Do you kind of have survivor's guilt or remorse and wondering not why me
You
and not
know what?
me?
I have, I
Hmm.
have, and sometimes you don't want to be around because you don't want the family to feel some type of way. Well, how did she make it? Because
Hmm.
I heard that I heard people say, "Sherry, you're lying. Ain't no wrong with you. You ain't sick." People have said that to me. You
Really?
ain't sick. You just want some attention. Some of my family members have said that to me. Said,
Really?
yes, it ain't nothing wrong with you. You just sick. Because I kept traveling. I kept going to church. I kept going. I go to a grocery store. I was still working on the days I was able to work. If you got cancer, you don't do all of that. Why you ain't get so scared? I heard all type of stuff, but that just what I didn't let that get to me though. I
Mm.
didn't. But I had to keep doing for me. I have a family. I have children. I have grandchildren. I have a husband. I had to just live for me. I had to live. And I
Mhm,
pushed for it and I prayed for it.
mhm.
Not saying that other people did the same thing, but like I said, it's God's time and it's not my time.
Right. Yeah.
So that's all I can say. Yeah, you feel some type of way.
Yeah. I'm surprised to hear that how family might do.
Oh
What do
man,
they say
Brad.
now?
I had some family because they didn't believe. They like, I never see her sick. You wasn't sick. You wasn't. You don't look sick. What do sick look like? Seriously,
Yeah.
because I had my eyebrows dyed. I had eyelashes, fake eyelashes on. Had on
Mhm,
a wig that was done nice and professional. And had kept my nails done,
mhm.
so I didn't look sick. I
Wow.
just took care of myself
Yeah.
the best way that I could,
Yeah. What
and
do
I
they
didn't.
say
I
now?
wasn't a complainer. I didn't complain.
Mhm.
I didn't.
What, if anything, are they saying now? Are they now understanding and believing after you rung the bell? I mean, what do they say now?
You did good. You did good, cause most people didn't live. Some people they looked at real. They looked at real frail. They was real scared. Cause I didn't lose a lot of weight. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? I
mhm,
wasn't skinny. I wasn't looking sick, or
mhm,
whatever.
mhm.
So they felt I didn't have cancer. I just wanted attention.
Wow. Wow. And as you were going through the chemo, I just want to back up. Were there people that you went through the chemo with that didn't make it? And did that impact you?
Oh yeah. hmm
Yeah.
Matter of fact, when me and Sean, and every time he never left my side. I would go because,
Mm,
like I said, I'd be there for 8 hours for my
mhm,
chemo,
mhm,
and the alarm went off that someone had passed. Just going through had the IV going through doing their chemo pass. I lost maybe like 3 or 4 people
Wow.
in the same hospital, in the same section that didn't make it, even during the chemo. And then another thing I'm gonna tell you, Mark, um, when I got the port put in, and
Mm-hmm.
they, we did the chemo and everything. So after everything was over, they scheduled me to have my port removed.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the same doctor that put it in. He removed it. And he's like, "I'm good. I'm glad to see you." He said, "I see more people that I put in than I see more that I take out."
Wow.
And when he said that to me, I was like, "Lord, I just thank God." I thank
Wow.
God. Even I wish my husband was up here to tell you. There's the doctor that my chemo doctor. We had went through 7 different doctors because, like I said, a lot of them didn't want to touch me because of the stage and the type of cancer that I had.
Mm-hmm.
If we open her up, she's not gonna make it. If we open her up, she's not gonna live to see 2017, 2021. We heard all of this, and her name was Dr. Bonges from Beaumont, Rural Oak.
Mm-hmm.
Came in. She said she gonna be okay. She said she gonna die, but she ain't gonna die on my watch.
Mm-hmm.
She meant what she said, and guess what? I'm here,
Mm-hmm.
but she passed last year of breast cancer. She
Wow.
died last year of breast cancer, and
Wow.
she was so spiritual. She was the best female doctor. She took good care of me when she was going through a sickness herself.
Wow.
And
Wow.
yeah, she just passed last year of breast cancer. She said, "Oh, she gonna
Wow.
die, but she gonna die on my watch." And I
Wow.
said, "Lord, I want her." And guess who I had and took
Wow.
good care of me. Yeah,
Wow.
for
Yeah.
five
Are there
years.
any other doctors or caregivers you want to shout out who helped you across the journey?
Oh my God, Dr. Oslam is my chemo doctor. He's the best. He's the best. If I miss an appointment, he calls me himself. He don't
Mm,
have his assistant. He calls, "Why you're not here? Why you didn't make it to the doctor appointment? Is everything okay?" Even when I was in the hospital, he would come from another side to come see about me to make sure that I was good. And even my plastic surgeon, Dr. C, he's the best. So
mm,
anybody want a tummy tuck? He does all that. He's awesome. I
okay.
love Beaumont. Bro, the whole staff was just a good staff. They was awesome. Took good
Wonderful.
care of me. Still to the day.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So I want to ask you to kind of make a plea to people in our community,
Mhm.
Sherry, so that they will take some action this month. My concern is that we raise awareness and then November happens and we forget all about it, right? And
Mhm.
I want to raise the kind of awareness that creates action. So I want you to just look in the camera and talk to whomever's watching on or will watch on LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitch TV or YouTube events or Twitter and tell them why it is so important for them to take action now.
It's really important, people, seriously, to stay on top of this because, especially for Black women and men, this breast cancer, like my husband said, it sneaks up on you. I had no idea. I had no idea. I had no symptoms, no nothing, no knowledge about this until I came home and bent over to untie my shoe. And it happened to me.
Mhm.
And I was too scared to go get a mammogram because listen to grandma, no, they're gonna squeeze, they're gonna be real, they're gonna hurt you. It didn't afterwards. And I wish that I have done it way before this had happened to me. So it's very, very important to get checked. Stay on top of your children, your family, your friends. That's nothing just to talk about in October, like you said. This is something that's a daily talk, a weekly talk that you should be having in churches, in school, at work. It don't matter. Just keep talking and encouraging your people. Let's get checked so we can live.
Yeah. And I'm so glad that you are living and alive and
Amen.
looking
Yes.
well. And 57, I don't think it's so well. You
Oh my goodness.
look 57, you making 50 look like the new
Oh
27.
my God.
And
Nah,
so,
I look that good now.
yeah, well, it could be my eyes, but that's what I'm seeing from where I'm sitting. And I
Sure.
appreciate you taking the time because I know you're busy doing all of the
Well,
things that
thank you
you
for
do.
having me. Thank you for thinking about me. I
I think it's
appreciate
so
you.
important. Again, I may not get to see Sean or see you guys as much, but I follow along. And when the diagnosis happened, I said, "Oh my God!" But as I saw how the Lord was bringing you through and how
Yeah.
you were just resilient, and as you said, Sean was there and your support system was there, I knew at some point I just needed to open up so that other people could hear because you hear breast cancer,
Mm,
and especially as you said for African American women and men, it for
yeah.
many is a death sentence for
It is.
many,
Yeah.
especially if they don't catch it before stage 3 or 4
Mm,
or unstaged, right? And
yes.
oftentimes they don't because there aren't symptoms,
There's
right?
none. There's
And
none.
so
Right.
you're not having pain, you're not from the normal course of living just feeling, some kind of way or not feeling well. So the symptoms aren't there. And, we already sometimes African American people don't want scared to go to the doctor, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
For various reasons,
Exactly.
right? So there's so many barriers to people thinking about something that could really change the life, not only their lives, but the
Mm-hmm.
lives of their families.
Yeah.
And I just know
Exactly.
we have to do something about it,
Yeah.
to encourage people to get checked out. And nothing better than to see someone who came through, as your doctor said, he put your port in and he took it out.
Mm-hmm.
And you're one of the ones he got to see to take it out. More people he put them in than he took it out. So
It's about, yeah.
for people to see someone who went through that process, living
Mhm.
and healthy and has a bucket list and is achieving those things on the bucket.
Yeah. Amen. Yes.
Did you
Yes.
have anything that you want to share with us before we go? Any tips that you would tell for women or men,
I'll keep
families?
saying, the only thing I keep saying, go get checked. Take care of your family. Encourage them to go get checked. Stop talking about it. Keep talking about it and keep pushing.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. And stay
All right.
faithful. Stay prayerful.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I really
Oh,
appreciate
thank you.
it. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Love you.
Love you too.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye. What a warrior. What a blessing. And I know that every story doesn't have that same happy ending. But I'm glad that I could show you a story, share with you a story, help to facilitate a story of a woman who is blessed to be here, blessed to be here, which means we should do something about it. I believe that we are blessed to be a blessing. And one way we can be a blessing is to get checked or to accompany our sisters, our mothers, our daughters, our cousins, our aunties, and them, our brothers, our uncles, our friends to get checked out. Because the statistics tell us that, in particular, African American women are more likely to have fewer or no symptoms, but a more aggressive form of cancer. Statistics tell us, though breast cancer in men is very low, that most men will not go to get a mammogram. The choice is up to me and you. We can hear Sherry's story and say, great for her, and keep it moving. Or we can choose to use it as a catalyst to do something right now. Go to your physician and demand. Go to your employer and tell them that you are having trouble getting authorized for a mammogram. Demand that you have the test. The life you save or help to save may be your own. And you're not a life unto yourself. There are others around you who would be impacted by your diagnosis. No, we can't say that having the test means that you won't be diagnosed. but chances are that if there are early detections, that they can do something about it. Take Sherry's story. Her story through rounds of chemo that lasted 6 months, through sickness and needing assistance for daily activities of living, through 8 surgeries. And 7 years later, she is here. And if you are able to hear me, you are here. And I hope that you will do all that you can to treat your health as if it is wealth by getting checked out. I'm Marcus Holmes. I'm the love activist. I'm advocating for better love for you and me. Because once we get the self-love, we'll get the self-check happening. And today, befitting that it's Mental Health Day, that we'll take time to realize that our physical well-being impacts our mental well-being and vice versa. That if you are not physically well, it is bound to impact your mental and emotional wellness. And if you're not mentally whole or well, or emotionally whole or well, I want you to inbox me, or physically well, because within our Love and Stuff community, we have practitioners, psychologists, psychiatrists, therapists who are available and willing to help you move toward wellness. And there are sisters in the circle who, ladies, will walk with you through your journey. Fellas, walk with you through your journey to physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual wellness. We only get the one life in this life, I believe. And we might as well make our bucket list, living well. I hope that you will click share, whether you're watching us from the Love and Stuff community here on Facebook, or if you're watching us from Twitch TV, Twitter, YouTube events. We were live on TikTok, had some challenges there, but we were there. That you will take it serious and share this with someone else. I just wanted to bring up the gratefulness journey every day. It is my personal journey through loss and grief, and how I found 3 principles that transformed my journey, and I know will transform yours. It is available. Today is day 1 of Early Prime Day. So if you're a Prime member, you can have it really quickly. And of course, you can get the ebook, but you can get the paperback. It's a short 70-page read, but it's power-packed with principles to help you live well and transform your life. And if you transform your life, you'll be transforming the lives of others. So I want to encourage you to get your copy during Early Prime Days. And I want to thank you for being here today. What an awesome testimony and opportunity to learn from the resilience and faith and hope of a strong woman who's connected to a wonderful husband and family who make a great support system. Again, if you're feeling that you don't have the support that you need, you should inbox us on Facebook at the Love and Stuff community, or on any of the other inboxes, and we'll connect you with practitioners who we think can help you really walk through your journey and move yourself to the wholeness that you deserve. I'm Marcus Holmes, the love activist, and I again say I'm advocating for better love for you and me. I know you want one, so click share, click the notification bell so that you will always be notified of what is happening in the Love and Stuff community, and great things are happening. Thank you so much for being here with us, and don't forget to click share.